New York is just a memory for me.
He stole a Raphael.
Objection, Your Honor.
And I pursued, and I haven't forgotten about the Raphael.
Oh! Neil coded his letters, and we cracked it. Don't know what they mean yet, but we will.
I'm Agent Kramer, head of the Bureau's TCR crime unit. So you're the one who taught Peter everything he knows. I say this moment was inevitable, Mr. Caffrey. Neil's my CI. He's also a friend. You think once a con, always a con? I think you have to protect yourself when they fall. You have the treasure. I didn't steal it. Son of a bitch. I don't care. You have it. Where is it? It was here. He already loved it. Well, I think, of course, it was Mozzie. I didn't think he moved this fast. What is it? This is a letter from the U.S. Probation Office. Because of your outstanding service, including recovering the treasure and catching Keller, the U.S. Probation Office is convening a hearing to discuss the commutation of your sentence. What does that mean? It means no anklet. No nothing. You could be a free man.
State your name for the record, please.
Neil George Caffrey.
Mr. Caffrey, do you understand why you're sitting here today?
I do. The U.S. Attorney has petitioned a Rule 35 motion on my behalf, which, if granted, would commute my sentence and set about my own recognizance. In essence, you want to know if I've earned my freedom.
You've done your homework.
Yes, ma'am.
You've already served 2 years of a 4-year sentence under the supervision of Special Agent Peter Burke.
Yes, ma'am.
While confined to a tracking anklet, you've helped Agent Burke clear an impressive 94% conviction rate.
We work well together.
It would seem so. The recent arrest of Matthew Keller, one of the FBI's top 10 most wanted fugitives, the recovery of a priceless collection of artwork he stole. You are the poster boy for reform.
Who would have thought?
You came into this legal system as a criminal. The question before this board today is, have you changed?
I believe I have.
Over the next 2 days, we'll be interviewing some of your closest acquaintances and colleagues. Then we'll have you back to make a final statement, at which time Agent Burke will give his summary recommendation. Any questions?
No, ma'am. But may I say that the last 2 years of my life have been the best.
You'll have time for all that 2 days from now.
Yes, ma'am.
This is impressive, Mr. Caffrey. I hope the real you lives up to who you are on paper.
I hope to exceed your expectation.
You're free to go.
Free to go. Quite an inspiring turn of phrase. Such a free to stay might be more appropriate. How's it looking? Flip a coin. Regardless of what the committee decides, this is my home now. And I'm right beside you. Make a brand new start of it in old New York. Well, when you make that brand new start, I've got a surprise. What kind of surprise? Oh, a huge one. Makes Canis Majoris look like a nightlight. But I will say no more. I'll ask no more. Seems to be someone missing from your commutation witness list. Sorry about that, but having a known felon speak for me doesn't qualify as a good character reference. I am a felon, but I'm not known, at least in bureaucratic circles. I stand corrected. But I've already got plenty of people on my side. Elizabeth, June, Sarah. Really? Good. What about the demi-suits? Jones and Diana? Wild cards. Oh, and the suit himself? Well, considering everything that's happened with the treasure, with Keller, Peter could go either way. Think he's decided? I don't know. Oh, hold on. Agent Kramer? The DC art crimes grand pair, he's speaking? Kramer was supposed to submit a written report on behalf of the Bureau. If he's speaking in person, it's more than a formality. Well, what does that do to your chances? Well, I can't imagine it improves them. You know, worst case scenario, he says no and I stay on the anchor with Peter. Well, behind every worst case scenario, there's a worst case scenario. Isn't there a child whose balloon needed to pop somewhere? Oh, yeah, negativity, force of habit. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, nothing. Hey, come on. It's good in here. Yeah, Elle's been baking. Commutation cake. Yeah, I told her it was a little premature.
Hey, I got another cake. Do you see it?
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Oh. Hang in there, little cat with an anklet. Oh.
Consolation cake.
Rum?
Lots of them.
That'll be good. Yes.
Well, for what it's worth, I'm actually voting for cake number 1.
I appreciate that.
You guys don't.
So you decided what I'm going to say? Honestly? No, I haven't. So what's so important you couldn't call? Why is Kramer speaking at my hearing? Don't let that put you on edge. Peter, I'm staring at 2 cakes here. One celebrates my fate, the other seals that I'm on edge. Why is he here? I don't know. For whatever reason, Kramer has decided to keep me out of the loop on this. He's keeping you out. Yeah, but I've got an inside man. How'd it go with Kramer?
Can't be digging through files till 3 a.m.?
What's he trying to prove?
I don't know. When he talks about Caffrey, he talks about him in glowing terms.
I noticed that.
He seems to respect the hell out of him.
But he's digging into the coded letters Neil sent Kate from prison.
Now that Kramer's cracked the code, he's convinced he'll find something.
Yeah. Of what? Petey, how are you? I'm good. Oh, it's an interesting place to set up shop. You sure you wouldn't be more comfortable in an office? Well, I don't want to intrude on someone else's house. And this lets me spread out. And this is the room where we find the truth. That's how it's supposed to work. If I need to stretch my legs, walk with me. You've got something on your mind? You're still pulling Neil's casework. Is there something going on I should know about? Matter of fact, there is. I'm worried about you, Pete. You're worried? Yeah, the music box, Garrett Fowler, the U-boat. These 515s read more like Pulp Fiction than case summaries. What are you saying? Well, you know what I'm saying. You're covering for him. No, you're not. It's complicated. If anyone gets what I do, he's your friend. He is, Phil. And I want to make sure he's not going to hurt you. You want him back behind bars? Oh, no, Pete. He's much too valuable for that. Maybe. I want Neil working for me in D.C.
When did you first meet Neil Caffrey?
The day he was released from prison, they had sent him to this horrible little flea bag motel.
And you had no qualms about taking in a convicted felon?
Absolutely not. Not Neil. You see, after my husband passed, I was living in this big empty house. And Neil changed all of that. I think of him as a blessing. Byron and I always wanted a son. I wish he was still alive so that he could finally meet him.
Ms. Ellington, in your opinion, does Neil Caffrey deserve for his sentence to be commuted?
Of course. Yes. And you must let him go free.
How'd it go?
I nailed it.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we need a third cake.
One with a file in it?
One that says Bon Voyage. Kramer doesn't want to put Neil away. He wants to keep him for himself in D.C.
You take Neil away from you?
For my own good, but that's not.
What is it?
One night, from sunset to sunrise, I gave Neil full immunity to tell me everything he'd ever done.
Wow, and he did?
Oh, boy, he did.
But he has full immunity.
It was my immunity, not the Bureau's.
If Kramer digs up these things...
Neil could get the maximum. Forget D.C., forget the anklet.
He could go back to prison.
For a long, long time.
Have you told him?
No,
Hun,
I can't. When Neil's threatened, he gets in even more trouble.
talk to Kramer. He's your friend. He doesn't know the Pandora's box he's opening.
Hey, I'm just skimming Monday's caseload trying to get a head start. This Grabowska insurance fraud looks pretty promising. I like that attitude.
I wondered how long it would be before you came back to see me.
Philip, we need to talk.
I suppose we do.
What do you have on Neil?
Oh, that's not what this is about. Neil needs boundaries.
I know that.
You do? I told you about my CI, my Neil.
Yeah, you were close.
Oh, more than close. He was like a son. Hell, I thought I'd brought him all the way around, but he couldn't change who he was.
You know, just because you slapped cuffs on your CI doesn't mean that I'll have to do the same to Neil.
You know the story of the frog and the scorpion? Neil's the scorpion. Can't help who he is, but he will sting you, and you'll both drown. In D.C., I can keep an eye on it.
What happens in 2 years when he's a free man?
Who's to say he will be?
That's what you're after. You want to use whatever you find to extend his sentence
This is
indefinitely.
best for all concerned.
Phil,
He gets to do what he's so damn good at. And he won't end up being locked away. Or worse.
I don't think he should go free.
You mean that?
I do. Until this moment, I didn't, but no.
Sarah.
Neil should not go free. In 2 years' time, when his sentence is over, he's earned that right to decide his own life.
Peter.
And until then, Neil's staying here with me.
Kramer is going to subpoena my files? That means I was close to the Raphael.
Yes.
I knew it. You stole it.
You got me.
Neil! This is so great. I spent years looking for that painting. How close was I?
Kramer cracked a coded letter that I wrote in prison that includes a partial address of where I hid it.
So you think I have the other part?
I know you do.
Oh, my God. I was so close.
Yes, you were.
Well, we already paid out that claim years ago. You owe Sterling Bosch $15 million.
If I stay out of prison, I will work it off.
So, a coded address and a prison letter, that seems kind of chancy.
I left off the zip code. And the address is on Main Street. You know how many Main Streets there are?
Probably 1,000.
19,364 at the time.
So the address Kramer found means nothing.
Unless he gets his hands on that zip code.
Is this what you're looking for?
Yes, it is.
Roosevelt Island? I found this digging through a boozy courier's trash. I knew I shouldn't have given up this lead.
Is this the only copy?
No, we keep electronic copies of everything on the server.
So I can't just throw this one away.
No. And I've been locked out.
Can I help you out, sir? You're here to serve a subpoena and all the files related to Raphael St. George, right?
FBI. Sterling Bosch, this is Sarah Ellis speaking.
Miss Ellis, Special Agent Kramer, FBI.
Agent Kramer, what can I do to help you, sir?
My agents are serving a subpoena at your office for all the files related to Raphael's St. George and the Dragon.
What the hell am I supposed to do?
Just buy me some time.
Well, sir, you must have heard.
Heard what?
We recovered the painting this morning.
You recovered the Raphael this morning?
I was told to keep it under wraps as we're still working out the details.
Well, where's the painting now?
With our authenticator?
Good. I'll be there myself to take possession of the painting by end of business today. I hope you're telling me the truth. Because if it's not there by 6 o'clock, I'll be charging you with obstruction of justice.
Yes, sir. I bought you 6 hours. If that painting isn't in my hands by the end of the day...
It will be.
Has your personal relationship with Mr. Caffrey influenced your testimony today? Oh, yes, most definitely. This isn't the first time you've testified regarding Mr. Caffrey, is it? No. 6 years ago, I testified against him. Yes, at the trial where he was convicted of forgery? Yes. And I went after him with everything I had. I called him a liar and a thief and probably a sociopath. And I meant every word of it. So what changed? Neil did.
Neil, where are you?
You know where I am.
You're at the Roosevelt Island tram. You're at the edge of your radius.
Kramer is going after the Raphael. Can you recall a night not long ago when you said I had immunity?
I remember, Neil. You'll recall that I said don't do anything stupid.
7 years ago, I did something stupid. Kramer's going after the old Neil Caffrey. I need more than 2 miles today.
Damn it, Neil. You're playing right into Kramer's hands. You get caught, he's got you in possession of stolen goods. With your prior, that's 25 years.
I can't undo what's already been done. But I can't get back what's not mine. I gotta go. Peter, please extend my radius.
Where are you going?
To open a door I didn't want to have to open.
Neil? Neil!
Come on, Peter.
Electronic monitoring compliance unit.
This is Burke, FBI.
Thank you, buddy.
I don't recognize this number.
Silent running, Maz. Kramer's after the Raphael.
Neil, where are you?
On a tram headed for Roosevelt Island.
Really? Roosevelt Island? Why?
I'll explain later. Right now, I need you to find us transportation. I may need your help getting back. Bye.
It's Neil.
Neil,
Oh,
I haven't seen you since...
It's the day I ran away. This is nice. Still living by the river, I see.
It's become my home. Been a cold spring, but the hydrangea are coming back.
Is it here?
It is. How much time do you have?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Then let's make the most of it.
Jones, can you pinpoint where Caffrey is on Roosevelt Island?
yeah, looks like he's at 4221 Main Street.
On my way. You look good. Same.
Oh, please. It's been nearly a decade and a half.
That was my 18th birthday.
Yeah, I kind of ruined that one for you.
Hell of a thing for a kid to hear.
I saved this for you. You and your father. You still have his eyes. Truth. Do you hate me for telling you what I did?
No. No, my mom told me he was dead. Said he died a hero, but you told me the truth. He was a dirty cop. And he's not dead.
You were going to go and join the force. I told your mother the moment he sets foot in the police academy, he's going to get an earful.
Truth. Was my father always corrupt?
We met when we became partners as first-year detectives. He was the best. Then, the evil came after. But that's not why you're here.
Ford 221 Main Street. It's a high-rise.
Yeah, I ran all the tenants.
The person in 14E's been flagged.
Flagged by whom?
The Marshals. E. Parker's in witness protection.
Thanks, Jones.
Here it is. Kept it safe. Didn't open it. It's postmarked the day before you were arrested.
Yeah. Kate never came to get it?
The pretty girl with the dark hair.
Yeah.
She did. Almost 5 years ago now.
But she didn't take it.
She changed her mind. Said she wanted you to have it.
What about my mom? Did you ever...
No. I haven't seen or heard from her or your father. It's been years. I have to admit, I'm curious. What is in there that's so special?
Something I took trying to get back a life I lost, and it's been chasing me ever since.
Better not let it catch you.
Listen, I'm in here. I'm sorry. The FBI is going to show up. They'll ask questions.
This island was getting a little small for me anyway. I'll go.
Thank you. For everything. Do I want to know what's in there? Plausible deniability. Come on, let's catch that tram. My car's on the other side. Who is E. Parker? I've never told anyone this. Not even Maz. You get that?
Peter, it's Diana.
Hey,
I'm with Kramer. He knows Caffrey's on Roosevelt Island.
where are you?
We're at the tram terminal, Manhattan side.
Damn it. What's going on?
You're with Caffrey.
Yeah. And we're headed right to you.
Let me first say that Agent Burke and I have been married for 12 years. It's a partnership that's built on respect, admiration, and trust. And how is this relevant? Peter's relationship with Neil is based on the same elements. Your husband trusts Neil? He does. When it counts. When it counts? Well, Neil was a con man. I don't know if you'd want him dating your sister. Can I take that back? No. Listen, Peter and Neil together, they argue and bicker. But in the end, when it counts, Peter puts up with Neil because he's worth it. Should Mr. Caffrey's sentence be commuted? Yes.
This is not good.
No, we ride this out, and you're put away for 20 years.
Maybe there's another way.
What? Don't forget that. You'll never survive the fall.
I'm not gonna jump.
Well, what the hell are you planning?
Help me out and I'll tell you.
Don't tell me, then I'll help you out.
First.
Fine. Thank you. And I'm doubling back toward Roosevelt Island. What? No, Neil, that's crazy. Damn it, get back in here. Neil! You'll never make it!
got a second? I do now. It sounds windy where you are.
Yeah. What is it?
Sarah and I have a plan. Are you still on Roosevelt Island?
I will be soon.
I've carved out an escape route. Meet me at the traffic circle where Road 5 and East Road connect.
I'm on my way.
You gonna tell me what happened up there?
I tracked Neil to the island. I was bringing him back.
Then where is he?
He'd be here with me now if he hadn't thrown a dozen guns at his face.
This is my fault.
He bucks him in, he's gonna run. You have no idea how to handle him. I do.
Clearly. Tell me, Pete. Neil had the painting on it?
Not that I saw.
Are you handling him? Or becoming him?
Sir, the eastbound tram's approaching the island.
Maintain pursuit on Caffrey. I'm heading downtown. Neil's got under an hour to meet Sarah Ellis. If he makes it, I'll be waiting for him.
Neil? Come on, start the engine.
Well, Caffrey understands people. You need space, he keeps to himself. You need to talk, he listens. You need a beer, he'll pour. Although he'll let you know he's slumming it.
Do you support his commutation?
He's damn good at what he does. And I consider him a friend. But that doesn't change the fact that he's a convicted bond forger and prison escapee. I think he should finish out his 2 years with the Bureau and be grateful that he's got the best damn deal I've ever seen.
Okay, Sarah's waiting for you at Sterling Bosch. If you make the handoff in time, you're golden.
Yes.
Well, the odds of you making it are... No, I'm honest. I don't have a choice. Yes, you do.
What's Lolana doing here?
Well, during our brief alienation, before the whole Keller fiasco, I moved your portion of the treasure out of the country, should you ever care to claim it.
You saved my half?
Well, a little less than half. I was angry. Sue me. It's still worth more than either of us could ever spend in a lifetime. We could run. Right now. Never look back.
I don't want to run anymore, boss.
All units, be on the lookout for stolen ambulance 313.
That's us. So much for not running.
I have to finish this.
I somehow knew you were going to say that. But for Lolana's sake, I had to give it a try. Go. I'll lead the federal bloodhounds on a chase of the wild goose variety.
Thanks, Mars. Here. If I don't make it, you and Lolana will need that to get to the island without me.
You'll make it.
blocks away. Listen, meet me in the lobby. It's going to be close.
Neil, Neil.
Sir, have you heard from Neil?
He's got the painting, but he's not going to get past Kramer.
You may not have to. Get us a meeting with your boss in the next 5 minutes.
I'll try.
Don't try, do it.
I have eyes on Caffrey,
Not good.
heading east on Pearl.
Oh, I'm going to regret this.
Hey! You gotta move that thing!
Okay, go, man.
Agent Kramer, we lost Caffrey.
All units fall back to Sterling Bosch. Form a perimeter around the building. Thank you.
Good luck, Caffrey.
Your proposal. It all seems highly irregular.
Yes, Mr. Bosch, but you can admit that irregularity has worked very well for me in the past, and I'm offering you an opportunity to make $15 million in 5 minutes.
Agent Burke, you can assure me this is all legal? I wouldn't be here if it weren't. What do I have to do?
Sign some start paperwork, sir.
I'd say this moment was inevitable, wouldn't you, Neil? I knew you could be reasonable. I think you might take a real shine to D.C. after all. Don't count on it. Oh, you do the honors, Pete. I should have listened to you. I played right into his hands. It's not over yet. Raphael, St. George, and the Dragon. A seminal work.
Excuse me. That painting is property of Sterling Bosch Insurance.
Valiant effort, Ms. Ellis. This is evidence in a criminal investigation.
Investigation into what?
Class B possession of stolen property. And you are?
Winston Bosch. This young lady works for me. I don't see anyone here with stolen property.
This painting.
Belongs to Sterling Bosch. We hired Mr. Caffrey to authenticate it for us.
The hell you did?
Yes, I did. Here. Mr. Caffrey is quite the art expert. He's even worked for the FBI as an authenticator. I can attest to that. And if he's good enough for you, he's good enough for me.
You're part of this?
Well, Mr. Caffrey, what's your professional assessment of this piece?
Oh, that is definitely the real Raphael. I'd stake my reputation on it.
Excellent. And for your services, $1,200.
Sorry, Neil's not allowed to accept payment while he works for us.
Oh, even better.
See you around, Caffrey.
See you around.
Why don't you head home? Get some rest. You'll be dead tomorrow.
You gonna be okay?
I'll be fine. Go.
You went behind my back. Conspired to obstruct justice.
I could say you did the same.
Wake up, Petey. Open your eyes. You're not his partner. You're his mark. This boy's run such a good confidence game. He's got you thinking that you've come out ahead in all this.
When did you stop putting faith in people?
When they stop deserving it. This isn't over yet, Pete. Not by a long shot.
Mr. Caffrey, do you deserve to be free?
That's not for me to decide. I won't sit here and give you some monologue about how reformed I am. Actions speak louder than words, and hopefully my actions while in service to the FBI say more than I can.
And what would you do with your freedom?
Well, I can tell you one thing. I won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
You won't?
No. I'm happy here. You know, someone once told me, my life is a dream with an anklet attached. If I wake up tomorrow and that anklet is still on, I have a good job, a wonderful home, a partner, and best friend, family. But to wake up and answer only to myself, that would mean everything.
We have one more interview to conduct before we make our decision. You'll have an answer here today by 5 p.m.
Thank you.
Hey. How'd it go?
Well, it was a quick go, I think. You know the nice thing is? Doesn't matter. What do you mean? Well, you're gonna go in there and say your piece, and the board's gonna make their decision. But with or without my anklet, come Monday morning, I'm gonna step off that elevator on the 21st floor and go to work.
You once told me you never lied to me and you never will. So I need to know something. The first time Kramer and I went after you for the Degas, how'd you switch your paintings?
I snuck up to the penthouse, pulled the swap, then base jumped off the building and landed on Wall Street.
Fine, don't tell me.
I gotta go in.
That person you saw Roosevelt on, who was it?
When this is over, I'll tell you everything. See you soon.
They're ready for you now, Agent Burke.
Thanks, Henry.
What is this?
These marshals are here to take Neil Caffrey into custody when he returns.
For what?
If you would only listen to me.
For what?
Public endangerment. I've got a dozen eyewitnesses who saw Caffrey hop that tram. Combine that with evading arrest, obstruction of justice, hell, I may even throw in a jaywalking charge for good measure.
We're not in the revenge business. Neil pissed you off, and now you want to hurt him.
Just control him. Neil's got a lot of skeletons. I'll pick one, slap that anklet on him, and he'll work for me in D.C. permanently. You understand? This is best for everyone, don't you?
I have a statement to make.
State your name and relationship to Neil Caffrey for the record, please.
Special Agent Peter Burke. I've been Neil Caffrey's handler at the Federal Bureau of Investigation since his release into our custody.
You caught him.
Twice. And you should know, the last time I caught him, he was sitting alone in an empty apartment. He had nothing. No one.
And now?
He has a life. A real life here. One that keeps him grounded and decent. As you've heard, there are many people who care about you. People who see him as more than just a criminal. He's frustrating, I'll admit. He drives me crazy on his best days. I don't always have to know where Neil is or what he's up to. But I do know that he has a good heart. And a set of principles that weren't there 6 years ago when he was just another case file that got dropped on my desk.
Do you think Mr. Caffrey is reformed?
As long as he's on that anklet, we'll never know. We can sit here until kingdom come and debate over who is Neil Caffrey. But as long as we keep him tethered, as long as we treat him like a criminal, he'll always think that he is one. Whether Neil is a citizen, a CI, or a thief, is a decision that needs to be put in his hands.
Agent Burke, should Neil Caffrey's sentence be commuted,